I am here to review The Girl Who Played with Fire. Now, this is the new Swedish film by director Daniel Alfredson, and it's based, of course, on the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy. This is the second film, and based on the second book in the series. And it stars still Noomi Rapace as Lisbeth Salander, Michael Nyquist as Miguel Blomkvist. And here's what we go. Now, it's kind of following the same kind of blueprint you do with either trilogies or planned out film sagas, where the first one should stand on its own pretty much as a movie. Like, let's say it doesn't do so well, you don't get to make another one, people like just watch that one and, you know, move on. It's good that you have one film that really tells one story with seeds to continue on, and which The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo does very well. And I believe I gave that one 5 ram chips, I think. Now, we pick up, I'd say like, what, a year or 6 months after the previous adventure, where our hero, Lisbeth, finds herself framed for murder. And actually, is it like a mistake on her part? Because she picks up that gun. I don't know if the killers knew that she picked up that gun. See? It sometimes sucks. That's how sometimes life goes. Don't pick up a gun. You know, or at least use gloves if you pick up someone else's gun. Anyway, she's framed for murder, and it's very convenient for to have her be blamed. Our bad guys are pretty much villains who sort of run a sex trade operation. They're kind of evil, actually. And it all starts with a couple of a reporter from the Millennium, which is the newspaper Miguel works at, and he is digging too deep for a villain's comfort zone. So they have him killed, and unfortunately it was a gun that Elizabeth had touched, so the police are after her and not even looking in the right place. Now, the film does flip-flop compared to the previous film. The first film followed Mikkel mostly through the film, and then we got to meet Elizabeth a little bit more. This film follows her more directly, with him kind of chasing the story, trying to figure out how he can prove her innocence. And I have to kind of stop short here because I don't want to really dig too deep into who our villains are. I'll just go on to, I think it kind of shares some qualities with like other good number 2s. Maybe not the best number 2s, like, you know, like Dark Knight and Empire Strikes Back. More solid number 2s, like Lethal Weapon 2 and Back to the Future 2. And I'm probably the only person to compare this film to Back to the Future 2. And what it does is it kind of builds the story and leaves much deeper threads to work into the third one. And at the same time, there's some backstory for Elizabeth that is touched on, explored, but there is a lot more going on, which like fuels a lot of this story. So it's quite good. I do like it. It's an interesting change because one of my minor complaints of the first one was it kind of lingered a little bit after the plot was done. This one, after the plot is pretty much sewn up, boom, we get credits. So an opposite problem. I don't know if I'd really consider that a huge nitpick, but it's like, can we get a line or something? I don't know. I enjoyed the film quite a bit. It's the only film series that features our hero driving a Prius. And seriously, if you're a supervillain kind of guy and a reporter pulls up in a Prius, you run. But I'm gonna give this maybe a strong 4 ram chips. It's definitely worth seeing if you like the film, if you like the previous film or you like the books. Definitely go check it out. I do recommend it a lot. There's some news about the David Fincher film version that's supposed to start up next year. Get all these done. Watch this series first, I'd recommend. 4 RAM chips. If it's in your town in limited release, go see it. Push the button, Lindsay.